Hey, good afternoon, Tracy. Uh, let's take a look at this. So after changing the roof, got a couple things we can do. Looking at this back section here, now my mouse is going to mess with me. We could either cover this whole area in between the two units or break the roof. This has a built-in cantilever in the roof, and you could stub that truss at the wall and just have an overhang here. That would save some money. I've got T111 on the sides, lap on the fronts. That's going to save some money. You could certainly change that anytime you want. I added some lights in there. Absolutely something you can change too. There's a hose bib there, a hose bib there, outlets. Got your gas and your electric here. They may change. I usually like to locate them anyways, just to take note of them. Motion sensor I stuck on this end wall. Got some can lights up under the underside of it. Okay, let's take a look at roof I was talking about here. So this would be a flat cant under or over both yours and the renters. Let's take a cruise on inside and take a look at this real quick. It's kind of lagging a bit. Sorry about that. So I basically tried to line this up with the common wall that goes through the through your laundry room access to the garage. So that's where the 9-foot transitions into the first step, which would be our 10-foot ceiling. So that could be changed if you wanted to. I just thought it made best sense to shoot through this wall right here. And that way, as you enter the transition through here to the garage, this is at the 10-foot level too. So as you leave the 9-foot kitchen directly over this area in line with the bathroom wall, so that all that could be vaulted at the same time, it steps from 9 foot to 10. And then out here in the grit room, we had this fireplace. So we got 6 foot on each side of that with the 6 foot. So that gives us 18 foot. I basically tried to center the great room on the 18 foot. Totally all, you can change that, but that's basically where that hill of beans came from. Some strange stuff going on right here. Let me clean this up. That's just a wall. Okay, we'll cruise on in and take a look at that master bedroom. One thing I thought that might work better for this bath or the bedroom here, and it's fine the way it is. I just thought that when you come into this room, in my opinion, to get into the bathroom, you have to circle the bedroom or circle the bed. That's not a problem. I was thinking if we were taking, slide this right here, toilet room, back down on the other side, what that would do is it could allow you to enter, move this door from here to there. So as you come into your guys' room, you could just come in, and if you did need to go to the bathroom, you could dodge right to the left instead of having to go around the bedroom or around the bed. That way, basically, just by moving this room over here and flipping it, my opinion, it would certainly be a cleaner transition right here by grabbing the toilet room, flip it backwards over here and put it within this room. That way, as you enter the room, you could have the best flow here. That's totally up to you guys. Up above this this area right here, there is a 3-foot step from the 9 foot to the 12. So you may very well want to have a flat ceiling rolled over the top of your walk-in closet and have this this could be a shelf above. Let's see, that wall is not one to extend. I would have to work on that a little bit, but basically they call this like a mezzanine. It'd be a shelf up and over, so you could have storage. It wouldn't really only be but 3 foot. You couldn't do nothing but maybe set some things out there, but from the room you may want that. If not, you'd bring them trusses flat right on over, and that would just be a wall there. We've got this covered porch that we're going to have out here. So this would just be where you'd have to make that decision. I added a couple mirrors in there just so you could see around. The drop the counter for the vanity at the end. This camera will probably try to whack my computer out, but I don't think there's enough lighting in there. Let's just go back to the standard one. So it's standard, the tile. This is kind of where we got the ceiling issues going on too. So coming from the 9 foot, you've got the 10 foot that comes to this point in the home. So since we've got the that 10 foot transitioning up, I had this truss that went from the garage all the way over to cover the top of that just to save money on that truss, and only step the ones right here. So you could put can lighting in that above the oh great. And if we just flip this bathroom, the toilet room, to the other end, then your straight access would be through here and into the bedroom and out. So basically we would just have the door here instead of there. Let's go ahead and fly through the rest here. I did the floating island. We'll have to have you guys give me some feedback. It's pretty tight there. You can look at the dimensions on the layout. This doesn't really show up very good without this camera here. That has a shower in there. I want to make sure that you guys were all right with the shower. I think that's one of these buttons like that. Let's see. It's going to be a okay. Not a big deal. We have basically this walk-in shower here. I just want to make sure you guys are cool with the way that that's done, and that is what you're after. Okay, we'll go out into the garage. We've got the laundry here, stack, a bench, the laundry tub. Out here into the garage. I threw the mechanical here for now. The electrical panel. I wired your door for 110. not really. Oops. So, and you'll have to talk to the guys about your floor drain. Basically, they do it a lot of different ways. And again, that's the conversation you got to have. Here, there, whys, and why nots. The hose bibs are listed or shown on this. You guys will probably want to decide how many and where you want to put them. So this is all flat at 9 foot. And it might be cheaper to take this design and bring this step instead of jogging the ceiling right here. Because I thought it'd be better to drop it up at 10 and or up to 12. And I still think it would be so that the whole kitchen is there. There's no reason you couldn't take and only have this truss, the bats step up from here. So there'd be a line, right? This line would continue across, and that would be the transition. So you'd have a simpler set of trusses to show up. You wouldn't have two sets to cover this. Didn't have a whole lot of room to work with. I stuck a 36-inch fridge in there. I usually like to have a little bit more. I think I only ended up with a 9-inch, yeah, and a 24-inch base. So you guys can ditch this here, but it gets a vent if you wanted it above it. So I think that pretty much wraps it. I don't have a ton more to get into. You know, it's got the crawl space. We're going to have the concrete foundation wall come back. We'll have a little stem wall picking up the floor joist there. And then we'll go around over here and the same thing. But I think that gets us pretty close. I just want to make sure you're happy with it. There's a few tune-ups I've got. I've got some issues on my the schedules for the trusses. Something's not reporting right, so I'm trying to correct that and whatnot. But I did at least get you some drawings so we can see what's going on there. I think this is plenty good enough. You guys can figure out what's going on from there.